It's official. Welcome to Vlogmas 2022.
Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love there's always a way. And oh, this time of year we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes
Hello,
I
my
tend
friend.
to
It is
forget.
so good to see you. It has been a hot second since I have picked up the camera. I am here in a new place, and it actually looks a lot newer than normal for a lot of you. I'm actually in Florida at my in-laws' house, and this is the bedroom we always stay in, but as you can tell, it got a complete and total facelift, which is amazing. So instead of it being my husband's childhood bedroom, it is now officially a guest bedroom, and it just feels so different. It feels so crisp and clean, and the most exciting part is I am a lot more comfortable filming in here because it's not a whole conglomeration of like tigers and peeling wallpaper, but it looks like a place I can film in, which is super, super exciting. So welcome to Vlogmas. I can't believe the Vlogmas is already here. Sit down, grab a cup of coffee. Let's chat for a couple of minutes, shall we? So first things first. I didn't do what I normally do for Vlogmas and film Thanksgiving. Typically, the first day of Vlogmas is Thanksgiving Day. And in full honesty, I just didn't pick up the camera at all that day. We literally did not even take a picture. We were too busy doing things, which quite frankly is kind of how it should be sometimes. Being a content creator, having social media, all of those things, it is so easy for all of us to get lost in capturing the moments that we forget to live in the moments. And when I got up that morning, I just was not feeling it, and I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll bring my camera to my parents' house because we were in Illinois for Thanksgiving. And so we stayed with my grandparents, which I always love. Hotel Pops is what I call it. It is my grandpa and his lady friend. She's my grandma figure. They're not married, but she has a ring. My grandma passed away 11 years ago, and this is the woman that he is with now and who is essentially my grandmother is somebody I've known my entire life from our church where we grew up. It's a wonderful situation. We love her as if she was our grandmother. And so we stay with Pops and Marilyn, and it's just lovely. And it's nice because it's quiet. It's away from Alice and the big dog, which Alice is my niece for those of you that don't know. But we spent a lot of time over at my parents' house, which is where my parents, my sister, and Alice live. So it was a busy, busy week full of doing things. The weather was beautiful, so we took Alice to the park. We played outside. Her and my husband played so much tag, I don't even know, and even the dog started participating. Gracie had a great time, and on Thanksgiving Day, we actually also celebrated my side of the family's Christmas. So we exchanged gifts with everybody that was there, and they gave us our Christmas presents. I'll show you what I got a little bit later, but the whole day day I was helping my sister cook in the kitchen, making sweet potato casserole, entertaining the child, because that's what's most important when we're visiting. When Alice was born, we lived there. And so I saw Alice a couple days a week, so from the day she was born. And then we moved away, and oh my gosh, Aunt Bree and Uncle Eric moving away was devastating for her for quite some time. And so when we're in town, the biggest priority is not necessarily helping with the dinner or cleaning or whatever. It's hanging out with Alice, because it is something we don't get to do very often. And so we did a lot of that. It was a great time. Fun times are had by all. She's old enough now. She's in kindergarten, and she's old enough now to like logic with, reason with, hold an actual conversation with, and it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. As a child-free couple, I appreciate the different stages of life that children are in, but I really start to appreciate children. Like, babies are great, toddlers are great, don't get me wrong, they're all great, but like, there's something special about when you can start to communicate with the child like it is a little adult. You know, like logic with her. She doesn't always love to listen, but you can explain to her why she needs to listen. You can say, hey, first if you do this and listen to me, then we can go do this thing. And it makes sense to her. She was reading to us, you guys. I don't remember reading in kindergarten. Did you guys read when you were in kindergarten or first grade? Alice is reading so well. She passed out all the packages that were under the tree, sounded out all the words. We were doing her KiwiCo crate. Eric and I have been paying for her KiwiCo subscription since she was like 3, maybe even 2. I don't even remember. It's just one of the things Uncle Eric and Every do, and we fully intend, as long as she does them, we'll continue to pay for them. And so when they know we're coming to town, she will save her kiwi crates from when I'm with her so we can do them together. And she read all of the instructions. We went through and sounded out the harder words. I helped her with the ones she couldn't get, but she's reading. It's bonkers. So all of that to say, we were living in the moment, and even though in the morning when we were having like our cinnamon rolls and watching the parade, I was like not feeling picking up the camera. I'm like, it's fine, I'll just pick it up later. And then I got there and still didn't feel like picking up the camera. I didn't feel like, quite frankly, putting in the effort to try and capture all the moments appropriate for a vlog, and instead I just lived the day with my family. My youngest sister and her new husband were with us, and my middle sister, Alice's mom, and her boyfriend were also there. Her boyfriend being the surprising thing. Christina lives there, so she's always there. But it was lovely to have everybody together and just sit and talk, and it was wonderful. So, sorry, but Thanksgiving is not the first day of Vlogmas, but today is actually Tuesday, November 29th. It is my father's 65th birthday today. Happy birthday, Dad. You will never see this, but happy birthday anyway. And here we are. We are in Florida after a long and daunting ride. This felt like the longest ride to Florida ever. It really did. Like, well, for starters, an hour and a half into our ride, the tire light comes on. Turns out we rolled over a nail. So the grace of God, God was with us the entire time. Praise God. We got off at the first exit that we could once the tire light went on. And it happened to be in like Car and Tire Central. Just down the street, 6 minutes, was a Honda dealer, which is what we needed. And 2 different tire companies. So we went to the tire places first, and they're like, yeah, but the wait's going to be like a handful of hours. So I called the Honda dealer, and they're like, come on in, we'll get you in. They got us in right away. Turns out we needed a new tire. They have a kid's room, and when we told them, we're like, we have a dog. Is there a place outside we can go? And they're like, oh, just go ahead and go in the kid's room. There are no kids in there. You can close the door and then let her run around. They were so sweet to Gracie, and they got us in and out, and it was just, wow, what a blessing for, because like, how discouraging is it to get a nail in your tire not even 2 hours into a 20+ hour drive? And so, yes, it delayed us a couple of hours, which made our drive to Chattanooga, Tennessee a lot longer. We didn't arrive until like 10 o'clock when we were supposed to arrive at like 6 o'clock. And so we're like, okay, so we got there, we went to bed, all the things. Gracie was an angel at the hotel. We get up the next day and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this thing. Let's go. Our current ETA without stops, so we always add time for stops. Our current ETA without stops was like 6:30 p.m. for Florida. With stops, we're like, okay, 8 o'clock. It'll be 8 o'clock. We got stuck in standstill traffic, not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. 3 separate times. And one of the standstill traffics, we were in it for like 90 minutes. So we arrived at this house at like 10:15 p.m. It was the longest day. It was the longest day. It was the longest trip. I was like, I don't remember. By the time we crossed the border into Florida, I was like, I feel like we should have been in the state 3 hours ago. And then it took us forever. The turnpike is right before the turnpike. Ocala is where the big traffic was. And so it took us like hours to get to the turnpike. And I was like, I feel like we're going to be driving forever. My husband, God bless him, did all of the driving. He tends to do all of the driving. He does all of the packing. He does all of the schlepping. He does everything for me. And yet somehow I still managed to have enough anxiety where yesterday, I was originally intending to film yesterday, and I was so tired. I got up, I walked on the treadmill, which was amazing. I got a nice walk in, and then I showered, and like, because you're in Florida now, you gotta like shave your legs and junk. By the time I got out there and made myself some lunch, I was beat. Like, felt all of the energy drain from my body, beat. And I looked at my husband and I was like, I don't understand why I'm the one that's exhausted, because he felt fine. And I was like, man, it killed me. So he's like, well, maybe you just don't do anything today. Very understanding and sweet of him. I know that with my disability, he doesn't understand. I know he doesn't understand. And sometimes it's challenging for both of us, I think. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it is just me. But like when I'm home and I'm having a harder day, because he works from home now, I feel, even though this is probably not the case, I always feel like I'm going to be judged, or like he's like, oh, why is she not doing anything? Whenever I'm having a slow day, right? But there are times I explain it to him and he goes, oh, thank you for telling me. I don't understand how it is you feel, so I can't really relate. So yesterday he looked at me, he goes, well, maybe, go take a rest. Maybe you don't do anything today. That's fine. So I had one coaching call that I had to do yesterday, and that was it. And so after all of that, I sat and watched a Lifetime Christmas movie with my mother-in-law, did some Cyber Monday shopping, and the hockey games, Florida Panthers hockey games, are on West Coast this week, which means that East Coast gets the games started at like 9:30 p.m. We went to bed at 1:15. So I've been rambling for 10 minutes, y'all. I've been rambling for 10 minutes, but I'm giving you the recap, right? So this week it's going to be late to bed. Thank goodness I don't have to get up. I got up at 9 o'clock this morning, but it was still like less than 8 hours of sleep. So everything's just kind of wonky and weird, but today is my first kind of normal feeling day. All I have to do today is vlog and go grocery shopping. That's it. That's all I have to do. So, have I worked out yet today? No, but I ate breakfast, which actually I will show you right now.
Breakfast this morning is super simple. I just have 2 scrambled eggs and a regular Thomas's English muffin with half a tablespoon of butter, good old-fashioned real butter, hanging out on top. So, super basic, but delicious, and it covers all 3 macronutrients, which is great.
Super quick, super simple, but something sustaining. Yesterday, I made the mistake of having my coffee before food, and then having a protein shake, a Fairlife shake, and then that was it. And then I went upstairs and walked for an hour and took the shower. And then by the time I was out of the shower, I was so ravenously hungry. Like, I was angry. I was hangry and not feeling good, which I haven't let that happen in a long time. So my body was like, clearly that Fairlife shake was not enough. So my goal was to actually eat solid food this morning. So I did that, and here we are. I was like, well, I should probably start the vlog. So welcome to Vlogmas. The format for Vlogmas is going to be regular. I think it's going to be uploads on my regular upload days, which are Mondays and Thursdays. So that you're seeing this on December 1st, even though today is November 29th. Today, what is on the docket? I unpacked yesterday. I'm going to show you all my unpacking, but I unpacked already. So everything is unpacked. Like I said, all I have to do is grocery shop and vlog. We are going grocery shopping. We're going to go to Target, and if I can't find some things at Target, because here the Target is not a nice super Target like in my house back home. So there's a lot that tends to be missing, especially in the produce department. So I will be going to Target, and I will be going to Publix to get groceries. Tonight, I am introducing my in-laws to the Emily Bites Creamy Chicken Wild Rice Soup for dinner. When I'm here, I tend to do all of the cooking, which is fine because it means that we have good, healthy, nutritious meals, and I am feeding my in-laws good, healthy, nutritious meals, which is not something they eat very often when no one's here to cook for them. And so we're gonna have Emily Bites soup. We're gonna get some healthy food in this house, and it's going to be a great day. It's already 11:30, by the way. The day feels like it's half over. Happy Vlogmas. Let's actually talk about food for just a hot second. I'm about to sit down and have this as a snack, which the timing seems a little weird because I just ate lunch or breakfast might as well have been lunch. I just ate breakfast before I came in here and got dressed and sat down and filmed for you. But I'm hungry. I'm noticing that I'm hungry. And the reality is, over the past week, did I track? No. No, I did not. There's no food scale at my grandfather's place, and it wasn't the right time. And then I was going to track during the car ride, but just quite frankly, everything was just stressful enough and anxiety producing enough where, like, when we stopped, I just kind of went with whatever I could get when I was there. Did I always make the healthiest choice? No. I made reasonable choices. I made mindful choices. Like, there was one day where I had like a club sandwich from Buc-ee's. We went to Buc-ee's, which is a madhouse always. We went to Buc-ee's. I got a club sandwich that was, you know, severely overpriced and only moderately okay. The spicy mayo on it was fine, but it's fine. I went for the beaver nuggets. I got 3 bags of beaver nuggets. So, like, I had that, and then we had hotel breakfast, and then Starbucks, which I get the spinach feta wrap, and then I got a cranberry bliss bar, and so then we had the club sandwich, and then for dinner, because we were burning daylight, we needed to make as few stops as possible. One of the stops we made had a Hardee's attached to it, so we ended up with a Hardee's burger. And so it was just very, very heavy, and I feel the bloat of just the last week in my body. And then yesterday, I actually ate reasonably well yesterday, had, you know, maybe 1 dessert extra. I had a slice of pie for leftovers for dessert, and then I had some chocolate in the afternoon. Like, was I completely mindful? Not entirely. I could have probably done with like 1 less serving of chocolate and still been completely satisfied, but look at all the birds. But it is what it is. And so today I'm hungry. That's my whole point, is I'm like, because now I'm like, okay, back in deficit mode, I'm hungry. So I'm like, shoot, I need to eat something. But here's something that I wanted to tell you guys that I am doing. I am tracking my metrics in a slightly different way for now, just to see what happens. On MyFitnessPal, which is currently the app that I am regularly using to track macros, I bounce between Healthy and MyFitnessPal, but MyFitnessPal lets you track specific things in a specific way that I really kind of prefer. So while Healthy has the secondary metric feature, which is amazing, especially if you are somebody who wants to follow a bites plan, like carb conscious or sugar smart or anything, having that secondary metric feature is amazing. But I want to take my nutritional information a step further. So what I've started to track, what I didn't realize, is you can modify up at the top of your tracker, you can actually modify what metrics show up for you. So it usually is like calories, and then you have like calories in, calories out, or like exercise, how much you've eaten, how much you have left, right? That's the calorie option. Or you have the macro option, which will show you protein, fat, and carbohydrates along with how many calories. So how many of that you have left. Turns out with premium, you can switch what you see. So currently, the 4 things that I have on top of my tracker are total calories left for the day, total protein left for the day, fiber, and today I started to track sugar as well. Just as a kind of like, these are the things that I really want to keep in check, because ultimately I love tracking macros, and macros is very thorough and very efficient and works really, really well. But there are some times when tracking specifically all 3 macros can feel a lot more daunting. And right now, at least while I'm getting in reset mode and trying to get my energy back, because I'm still pretty tired, I don't know why. I'm going with it. Being really particular about all 3 macros is not what my mentality needs right now. I need to focus on calories. I need to focus on getting enough protein. But I wanted to go a step further, and so I added fiber into the mix. I know I'm not getting enough fiber, and I need to be getting enough fiber. So as I was rummaging through my what the heck do we even have in this house, we're waiting on a new order. I did a Black Friday order for Healthy Eating on the Go bars, which have fiber in it. So those will be here eventually. I haven't gotten a shipping notification yet, but I had one no-cow bar. And this is a plant-based protein bar that has 22 grams of protein, but has 15 grams of fiber in it, which is a very solid percentage of what I need. And then the other thing I am tracking, just as a kind of a for my information type thing, is sugar. And because I want to see exactly what my sugar intake is and see if there are some days, yes, there are some days that are going to be higher because I like dessert, I like sugar, but there are some days like, can I control it and like knock it down a little bit? Let's find out. So those are currently the metrics that I'm tracking on MyFitnessPal: calories, protein, fiber, and sugar. And we will see how that goes.
All right, part 1 of my grocery haul. We have Target, a little bit of everything up in here, but also not nearly everything that was on my list because, like I said, I don't have a super Target around here, so I'm gonna have to go over to Publix. Got some flour, got one frozen lasagna, lest my husband need a random meal. He shouldn't need it, but I always have one on hand, just in case. Lara bars, the gingerbread ones are back. I loved these last year, so I bought some more. I have giant chicken broths and then 2 containers of the Ben's Ben's now. It used to be Uncle Ben's. Ben's long grain wild rice with seasonings. Bet you can't guess what that is for. Tonight I'm making Emily Bites soup. 2 fun things. The like beauty gift sets were on sale, or they weren't on sale. They were on Target Circle for 15% off. So I got this little cool toned Burt's Bees tinted lip balm thing. And then I got some Tree Hut scrub. This is my favorite scrub. And they had a couple of holiday scents out. And since I don't have any down here, I bought the candy cane one. Velveeta slices, delicious on melty breakfast sandwiches, but also Miss Gracie has stopped enjoying her pill pockets. She has figured out that I hide drugs in them, and so she doesn't, dog pills to be specific, and so now she won't take them from me. So I hid them in a piece of cheese this morning, and it worked. So we're going to try the cheese for a while and see how that goes. Got some peppermint tea, minced garlic, because we need some seasonings up in this house, and minced garlic is one of my favorite things to cook with. I got 2 containers of the GT's Gratitude Kombucha. These were the only 2 left in the store. I'm super glad I bought them. Nature Valley almond butter biscuits for my husband, canola oil spray. We needed a different kind of protein bar while we wait for our healthy eating on the go bars to arrive, so I got some blueberry RX bars. Seasonal goodness. I couldn't find my husband's normal ice cream. I'm gonna look while I'm at Publix, but this looked too exciting to pass up for the holiday season. So these are both my favorite day. First we have hot chocolate flavored, which is hot chocolate flavored ice cream with marshmallow swirl and a touch of cinnamon. And then peppermint bark, peppermint ice cream with chocolate flavored chunks and candy cane swirl. Both sounded amazing. Could not make a decision. Favorite day is very reasonably priced, so I bought both. Light butter popcorn, we always have that in the house. I got onion and chive cream cheese. I should have an order of high protein Western bagels showing up. They haven't shipped yet, but I ordered on Black Friday, so shipping's taking a little bit more time because it was the weekend. Got some yogurt, cheese, organic grass-fed ground beef, frozen vegetables, carrots, 3 containers because they were on sale of the salad-sized cooked shrimp that are frozen. This is a great way to get your protein in super easily and conveniently. And a bag of edamame for my husband. So that is grocery haul part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Alright, I'm back from Publix, so it's time for grocery haul part 2. I got 2 salad kits, bacon Thousand Island. I love Thousand Island dressing, so I'm really pumped about that. And sunflower crisp. And I got these because my mother-in-law and I will split them for lunches and throw some of the shrimp in there, and it'll be really super good. I got some boneless, skinless chicken breast. This is all going in the pot tonight for the soup that I'm making. The half and half is also for the soup. I got some ground turkey, and if you recall, in Target, I bought ground beef. I'm going to be making it's not mine. It's the Skinny-ish Dish Best Meatloaf. So good. 100% worth it. I got some raspberries. They were on sale. Sale being relative because Publix is much more expensive than Target, at least in my opinion. We got some Canadian bacon. I got 3 cucumbers so we could chop it up and have like fresh, delicious, water-filled vegetable to munch on. And once my bagels get here, if you remember, my favorite sandwich is a bagel with the onion and chive cream cheese and cucumber on it. So stinking good. Got some butter because we're going to be using butter in the soup tonight. Celery for the soup tonight. Some lemon juice. There's lemon juice in the fridge, but I'm uncertain of how old it was. And because I like to put a dash of lemon juice in the creamy chicken soup for myself, I wanted to make sure we had some on hand. I got these. I buy these every time I'm down here because they're only available down here in Florida. You can order these. I talked about these. If you go way back in the archives, I'm sure they show up on my channel. These are Alyssa's Healthy Oatmeal Bites. It's a small business as far as I know, and it was actually on Shark Tank. Mark Cuban invested in this company years ago. And the reason I like to buy them, I've ordered from them once or twice before too. 90 calories for 2 cookies, 8 grams of fiber. 8 grams of fiber, 4 grams of protein, yes, but like it's actually got like good, healthy, wholesome ingredients, which I really, really love. So it's a cookie without being a cookie, you know what I mean? I got some flat out light spinach wraps because again, I'm trying to get my fiber up there. So I got something with 12 grams of fiber in it for one flatbread. I needed to update the spice drawer here. So I got more everything bagel seasoning. I got onion powder and I got chives for me to put in my eggs. I got Bolthouse Farm Cucumber Ranch as a light dressing. I always really enjoy Bolthouse Farms. And then I got a dozen eggs and apparently I need to treat these like gold, y'all. Like gold. Do you remember how in some of my live streams people have been asking me, do you notice a big difference in your grocery bill thanks to inflation? And I'm sitting there and going, actually, honestly, I don't notice all that much. I go to the store, I buy what I need, and that's it, right? And maybe our prices have gone up a little bit, but I'm frugal in some places so I can spend in other places. So I haven't really noticed until today. This dozen eggs was $6.15. My mother-in-law is behind me and she's like, what? $6.15 for the large eggs, not even like the extra large or the jumbo eggs. The jumbo eggs were $7 a dozen. I've never in my life seen egg prices like that, ever. And I am convinced that egg prices are not like that in Minnesota. I think maybe I paid $3 a dozen, never $6, ever. My husband might need to rethink his breakfast choices while he's down here. So that's it. That's my grocery haul. Dinner tonight, Emily Bites soup, creamy chicken. I, as per usual, take the fat-free half and half and the light butter and use regular half and half and regular butter. Other than that, I follow the recipe exactly and it is so good. So the first day of Vlogmas would not be complete without sharing my December goals with you. I did in fact pull out the December tending list of my 2022 power sheets and I slipped it into my 2023 power sheets so I wouldn't have to, you know, bring the whole shebang for literally one tending list. And I just finished filling them out and figuring out what my goals for December are actually going to be. Now, full transparency, they are really not goals in general that like that lead me towards progressing on like my big goals for 2022. December is all about rest, relaxation, and celebrating the holiday season while I'm here down in Florida. And my goals reflect as such. Now, I haven't completely thrown away all goals. I've got some basic, you know, health goals, fitness goals up in here, but really the tending list, I'm like, you know what? Like, I really didn't even want to make a tending list this month. I'm not kidding. I did terribly at completing my tending list last month. I have my Christmas shopping done. I packed for holiday. That's about all I did. That was on my November tending list. And so I just was like, I don't even know if I want to do one this month. And I was like, you know what? No, we're going to do the tending list, but we're going to make it fun. We're going to make it a fun tending list full of things that I want to get done. So without further ado, this is my December goals. This will be my little December reset moment. So as per usual, they're divided up into monthly action items, weekly action items, and daily action items. And my monthly action items are as follows. And I just realized that my first one could use an example. So hang on. My first monthly action item is to complete a Wooble project. What is a Wooble, you ask? Well, let me show you what a Wooble is. A Wooble is this really cute learn how to crochet like little origamis, is that what you call it? Origamis? Cute little learn how to crochet kits, and my mother got me 3 of them for my birthday or for Christmas. I don't remember which box. I think it was in my birthday present box. My mom does a really good job of making sure to wrap Christmas presents and birthday presents in different wrapping paper. So while I had to wait for my Christmas or my birthday gift until I got to Illinois, I got it in special paper and everything. So I got Woobles. I got this guy, this little dinosaur guy's name is Fred. I also got this
cute little narwhal project. And then I got the super fancy and flashy unicorn. And so my goal is to complete one of them. Maybe more than one, but they come, all of the yarn is measured out. It comes with a crochet hook. I'm trying to open it so I can show you. It comes with stuffing. It literally comes with everything you need, and then you scan the little card that's inside and it gives you videos on how to actually do it. But the cool thing about this yarn, I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually like, it's not like conventional yarn. It's very, very different. And so I'm excited to give it a try. It's supposed to be easier to work with. This will be a fun thing. This will help me. I have not been good about doing any crochet projects since I finished my rainbow blanket, and I want to keep going. So this will be a great way to get me to do it. So completing one of these, Fred is going to be my first one, so I have to complete Fred this month. Then I have 2 holiday books that I would like to read, and I showed them to you in a previous video. My TBR list for Q4, I'm not going to get to all 10 books. I know that. It's okay. I've accepted it, but I do want to read the 2 Christmas-based books that I put in my TBR list, and they are In a Holidays and A City Baker's Guide to Country Living. So I have them here, the hard books, not ebooks. I brought the books with me, so starting December 1st, which is the day you're seeing this video, I can sit down and read a little bit of festive holiday romance cheer every day until Christmas. So my goal is to have both of those books done by Christmas. Then I want to watch a couple of things. The first thing is the Santa Clauses. This is I'm assuming the final edition of the Santa Claus series with Tim Allen in it. And they actually, Disney Plus went ahead and made a mini series out of Santa Claus and his desire to retire because he's realizing he's too old to be Santa Claus. And I'm really excited about it. The Santa Claus movies are some of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. In preparation for the release of the Santa Clauses, I have watched the original Santa Claus movies 1, 2, and 3, and I'm so excited to get started, but I've been putting off watching this until it's like officially holiday cheer time. So I'm going to be probably watching it either, if I can get my mother-in-law into it, I'll watch it with her, but I also have been walking on the treadmill, more on that in a minute, and I might use that as what I watch while I'm doing my walking. And then the other thing I want to watch is A Christmas Story Christmas. This is a sequel apparently taking place in the 70s. The original Christmas Story took place in the 1940s. So this apparently takes place in the 70s, and it is getting all of the kid actors back together, and I'm so excited. A Christmas Story, for those of you who don't know, like the one with Ralphie and the BB gun, you'll shoot your eye out, all of that. That is my family's favorite Christmas movie. I grew up on that movie. We watch it every single year. Even when I'm here in Florida, I find a way to watch it every single year. TBS always runs a 24 Hours of Christmas Story, so I will find time to sit down and watch it even if I'm doing it by myself. Yeah, I could recite it word for word. I don't need to watch that movie ever again, but I feel like it's not Christmas Eve unless I watch A Christmas Story. But this year, I want to watch the sequel to A Christmas Story. Then, of course, I have as a monthly action item set my 2023 goals. Now, I do have a lot of ideas formed in my head. I have a generalized structure for how I want to approach my goals for 2023, but I have not actually gone through and done the official goal setting process yet. So, of course, December is the month to do that. So, Lakin over at Plan with Lakin has some stuff going on in her Patreon, which I am a member of, and then Club Moxie. I'm sorry, I don't know what this lighting is doing. Holy moly. Is that better? That looks a little better. I started holding up a bunch of blue stuff and all of a sudden my face went red. I don't know what just happened. But goal setting, Club Moxie, Plan with Lakin, all sorts of goal setting stuff is going to be happening this month. And so I kind of wanted to like dabble in the offerings of the goal setting communities that I'm a part of, just to see if it inspires me in some way to add something different to my goals. But overall, I have a general idea of what I want to do. So setting my goals for 2023 is like, it's basically like the biggest goal of the month, is just to do my goal setting. And then Vlogmas. Now Vlogmas is going to look different this year. I am not uploading a video every day. I'm not. I am going to upload a video. What I will promise you is on my normal upload days, which are Mondays and Thursdays. There may or may not be extra Vlogmas videos thrown in, maybe on a Saturday or something, but we'll see. So the day you're seeing this video is the 1st of December and the first day of Vlogmas, but it's also a Thursday. So that worked out really, really well for me because it's my normal upload day. So I'm not, the name of this game is to not kill myself. this month. I want to just sit back and relax and freaking enjoy life for a while. So because my number one priority in terms of goals is going to be my weight loss and not pushing for growth and craziness and setting all these lofty goals for YouTube, I'm going to take this opportunity to be like, you have to apply that to Vlogmas. And instead of going, I'm gonna do a vlog every day in Christmas, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. That's what I'm gonna do. So Vlogmas is happening, but not in a daily vlog type structure. They will all be vlogs. They'll all be day in the life vlogs, and there will be just a couple of days condensed into one video. All right, my weekly action items. First one is to do something festive. And every week I would like to do some sort of like bigger project that is Christmas related. For example, this weekend our Christmas tree just showed up. So for this weekend, it'll probably be put up all the Christmas decorations and decorate the Christmas tree. We also have a Christmas parade that we are going to. Maybe one weekend it'll be bake Christmas cookies or sit down as a family and watch a Christmas movie or something like that. I want to make sure that I'm intentionally doing something holiday related every single week. Weekly action item number 2 is to get outside. I am in Florida. My home, Minnesota, got 7 inches of snow yesterday, and I'm sitting here going, I haven't gone outside since I got here. Like, I haven't spent intentional time outside, and the thing is, I often don't unless I make the intentional choice to do it. I don't know why that is. You would think I would be outside soaking up all of the sun and all of the vitamin D because this is where I thrive, right? This kind of weather is what I thrive in. I love this weather all year round, except for maybe the week of Christmas. And I just don't make it a goal, an intentional choice to go outside. So at least once a week, I have to actually make that choice. I'm hoping that like doing it at least once will actually encourage me to do it more than once, but we're gonna start small. 77,000 steps a week. That, if you did the quick math, is 11,000 steps a day. Now, that should be very easy. For an example, it is 4:30 p.m. and on the day that I am filming this video, and I have 11,400 steps. The way that I have been moving since I've been here, I've gotten on the treadmill. This house is larger than mine, so I automatically get probably twice as many steps as I do just walking around the house normally. It should not be a problem for me to get 77,000 steps. So it's a little bit bigger than the 10,000 steps a day average, but I wanted to give myself some sort of physical movement goal to keep me going while this whole weight loss thing is my priority. And then every week I would like to watch a holiday movie, plain and simple. Daily action items. I had 2 written down like 2 months ago. The first one is a no spend because I am in my 30 days of thrifty, and it's a great reminder that this was here. I've been actually very good about the no spend thing and not buying things that were not intentional purchases or necessary purchases, but this is a very good reminder that your goal is to continue to not spend through the end of the year. And then the second thing I put down is Vlogmas videos published. This is, you can tell I wrote this early because this is when I had the intention of uploading a Vlogmas video every single day. I no longer have that intention. So this game just turned into how many Vlogmas checkmarks do I get in a month? Let's find out. And the next thing that I have as a daily action item runs through Christmas Day, and that is to do the She Reads Truth Advent Bible Study for 2022. I started doing it on Monday and I'm really enjoying it so far. It is a great way to start my day. I sit down with my journal, my Moxie Life Daily Intentions notebook, and this Bible study, and I've been spending about an hour just sitting on the couch in a very reflective state doing the Bible study, having my coffee, and it has been just lovely. So my goal is to continue to do that every single day because I start the Bible study strong and then about a week or so in I start to fizzle out and get less consistent. So my goal is to stay consistent throughout the entire Advent season. Next I have, in quotes, hot girl walk. I've seen a lot of hot girl walk chat on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Basically, what does this mean? This means it's your intentional movement for the day. Just going for a walk. There's a lot of talk now about how women are finding it easier to lose weight without all of the crazy intense workouts and HIIT and CrossFit and whatever, and women are like slowing down and realizing that they can walk for their activity and it actually ends up being better for their bodies. That's legit. That is legit. I am using the term hot girl walk to encourage me to go for an intentional walk every single day. It can be outside, it can be on the treadmill up in my in-laws' bedroom. Either way, as long as I walk for at least 20 minutes, but ideally 30 minutes every day, I might take Sundays off, we'll see. That's the goal. And I called it Hot Girl Walk just to give it something special. And then a mini festive activity. So while I wrote down a weekly action item of doing something festive every week as like a bigger festive activity, I want to try and infuse a little bit of Christmas cheer into every single day. So what does that mean? Some days that might just mean my peppermint mocha cup of coffee and my advent calendar. I have a Fannie Mae advent calendar, by the way, which is a chocolate company in the Midwest. And I got it for my birthday, and I'm very, very excited about it. It was from my aunt. Maybe there'll be some days where that advent calendar and my morning cup of peppermint mocha coffee will be it. There are other days that I can make the intentional choice to watch the Santa Claus series or a Christmas movie on my own, or do something festive, bake something, whatever the case may be. But I want to infuse a little bit of holiday cheer into every day, the best that I can. So there we go. Those are my goals for December. And on that note, I'm going to end Vlogmas Day 1 here. Why? Because I gotta go edit it now. Because it's supposed to go up tomorrow. Oh my goodness. So thank you guys for tuning in. I am so excited. I feel like I've taken a bit of a hiatus between getting ready for travel and the week of being in Illinois for Thanksgiving and everything. And I don't mind. I'm very, very glad that I took the hiatus and didn't really worry about YouTube. But I'm not gonna lie, it also feels really good to be back. I looked at my mother-in-law not an hour ago and I said, so I'm doing Vlogmas. What are we gonna do to make my life interesting? And she's like, I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Just so like, people know that I'm doing Vlogmas. I don't know what Vlogmas is going to look like, but whatever Vlogmas ends up being, I am glad you're here to go on the journey with me. Happy December, my friends, and I will talk to you again very, very soon.